Hello, hello. So we are here live. We were going to be live on another page, but unfortunately we were having all kinds of technical problems. So I'm going to go live here. I'm going to reach out to a handful of people, and then we'll hopefully be able to give something away. Alright, so really we're just going to hang out. We're giving away some stuff from Baitjunkys molds. I think it's I picked up a couple molds from him, and part of the deal was that we would give one away. So we're going to review them initially, but we're going to hold off a little bit on doing that because we're actually waiting. We were trying to go live on another channel. It didn't work. And so here we are. So what we're doing, we're shooting some baits while we mess around, while we give things away. Let's see. So today's bait of choice is a root beer over lime. I'll show you what that looks like here in just a minute. So we're pretty much just going to wait, hopefully gather up some people, and we'll do the giveaway. Top that off. The link, hold on a second. Alright, I think we've got the link out there, so now that we should speed that up a little bit. But what we're shooting here is the Baitjunkys worm mold. It's a 20 cavity. And I gotta tell you, one of the things I'm super impressed with is how the mold shoots. That's the first thing, is that it shoots incredibly well. Let me just crack it open here. So you can see we got a whole string, 20 of the little flat-sided trick worms, and I know there's a name for them, I just don't know what it is right off the top of my head. Hopefully Leonard will be on. Let's see, let's see chat. Hey Jace, what's up, man? Jace, do me a favor and share this. If you're on already, share it, please. We tried to go on Facebook, but we were having so much trouble with it. So let me show you the mold again. So it's a 20 cavity. You can see it's the milling is superb. I've seen a lot of molds, but the milling on this it's almost like he put some thought into it, and you can see he even cleans up both sides, the guide pegs on top and bottom. That's the bottom half of the mold. The top half, same thing. Super milling. We've been shooting laminates. The whole idea was to shoot some laminates today to see how the the mold performed on laminates, because if they're not cut right, your laminates will be a damn mess. And this one is, the laminates are near perfect. So the milling, the cutting of the mold had to be thought out for that to happen quite so good. So really nice. We're gonna keep shooting here. We're gonna do the giveaway in a little bit. We're just hoping that we can solve some of the technical issues. As usual, we're running the Shooting Star by Ultra Molds. So who do we got out there? I wish I could see the comments. I don't know if there's a way for me to do that, or... There we go. I only see Jace. It's the only thing I can see on my screen here. So hopefully once we see the viewer numbers go up, we'll do the giveaway. We're just waiting for that. Let's see here. Hey Stephanie, we're shooting a root beer over lime. And the reason we're doing that is to show off the mold and show off how well it'll shoot a laminate. And you hold on a second and I'll show you. I'm just peeling these off here. So you can see here on just the runner how nice and even that shoots down through. And the way it's milled, it's dead on in the middle of your gate, and that's how you get those real nice laminates. So the mold itself is phenomenal. Now we have another mold we picked up from Baitjunkys as well, called the Stick'em. We're not going to be shooting that one today. We'll shoot that on another live feed. And the reason for that is because the baits we're shooting today are unsalted. And the Stick'em mold really, in my mind, requires salt, unless you want a floating stick bait. So anyway, that's the color we're shooting. You can see the laminates as we kind of rotate through, how well that laminated on that row. I can flip it over and you can see the same on either side, really. The laminates just come out phenomenal in that mold. So I would give that a definite A+ as far as the layout. Like I said, it's a 20 cavity. Stephanie or Leonard, if you're out there, could you please give us the name of the bait? I remember it being, it's a number. I know the number, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. And one of the things when I'm shooting it, it's so smooth. Like some baits you feel like each bait as you click into it, but this one's so smooth it flows just nice. We'll do an official review of the mold on a recorded feed and put that up as well. Once we get through the live feed piece, we can go over more of the details on how it's ported, the gate, all that sort of thing. One of the things that I haven't seen yet, I've shot probably 4 shots through it already, and one of the things I have not seen is dents. I haven't seen any dents to really speak of. So that's great, because that tells me that the gates are cut correctly and that they're able to draw in the plastic they need to cool correctly. So that's a big help, you know, as far as shooting good looking baits goes for any bait maker. I mean, no one wants a bunch of baits full of dents, so that makes the mold that much nicer. I'll shoot the stickum mold just so you can see what the bait looks like. Of course, we don't have salt, so, well, we have it, we just don't have it in this particular mixture, so, but at least it'll give you an idea of what the bait looks like. We're going to wait a little bit before we draw any names or numbers. Part of the deal is you had to subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and we'll shoot that. Really easy to shoot, honestly. We're just going to kind of top it off, let it sit. While that one sits, we'll take these out. So the mold gets hot pretty quickly because you're shooting a good chunk of plastic through it every single shot. When you get up to 20 cavities, you know, you certainly are shooting a lot of plastic in there. So it gets warm pretty quickly. But you can combat that by adding a couple of molds on the sides. I just got to get a couple that make sense here. So we're just going to throw a couple of molds next to it to suck off some of that heat from the plates. That'll help cool things down a little bit. So that'll help with the cooling piece. It shoots so smooth, like it's probably one of the smoothest molds I've shot yet. And we're just going to hold a little pressure on that because you do have 20 cavities there, so you have a lot of bait. I'm going to top it off a little bit. So, let's see if we can see some, oh, there we go. Yeah, Facebook is all effed up. I don't know what the hell's going on. What's up, California? Yeah, we tried to get on Facebook and do this in our regular forum, but good Lord, we were having so much trouble. So here's the stickum mold, you can see. Again, it's really quite good. The laminates came out very well. Yeah, so unfortunately that's going to be kind of a pain in the ass for us today. But that's the stickum mold. I'm just tossing those in my recycle bin because they don't have salt. But we'll review that on a whole separate feed when we do have salt. So I guess let me see what we got going on here. la la la. We got 12. Let's see. I'm trying to watch and see what's going on, and we definitely ran into some technical problems. Hey David, how you doing? Out in Chicago. So what we're doing today is the Baitjunkys 605 mold. Picked these up from Leonard. You can see it's a, I'm gonna guess 5-inch worm. I didn't measure it ahead of time. Let's see if I have my tool here available. No, I don't see it. I had it here the other day. Oh, there it is right there. So the bait, we actually use calipers to measure. So we're going to say it's a 5-inch trick worm. We got 4.956. So to me that's 5 inches. That's a great size for a finesse worm in my opinion. Of course, I'm always up for a bigger worm, but a 5-inch is a pretty standard size for a trick worm. And this is it has a flat bottom, which I like a lot. So one of the things that I like about this particular mold is the bottom has a flat surface. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but that bottom has a flat surface, which gives it a little different glide slope in the water versus one that has a rounded bottom. And being that it's a 20 cavity, you can make quite a few baits in a fairly short amount of time. Especially if you're selling your products, I would highly recommend the mold because we all know that volume matters. So if you can make 100, and I only have to shoot it 5 times versus I have to shoot a 10 cavity 10 times. So your increase in volume is definitely worthwhile here. As far as how much plastic it takes, I don't have a solid number for you. I would say if you're running a single color, you're probably going to need at least a medium injector. If you're running a shooting star, then you can run with just the typical injector. Nice, shooting some craws. David, how you doing? Oh, good. Thanks, Jace. We've been having trouble all morning with it. I can't seem to get it to work. But I'm glad you did. Thank you. So we're just gonna boil those babies down a little bit and mix them up. I'm kind of a fan of the root beer and lime color. You can see in there, it looks good. It's a pretty good looking color. And I mean, I gotta tell you, the way that mold laminates is phenomenal. If you're looking for a way to laminate a nice 5-inch finesse bait, then boy, that's pretty damn good, I would say. All right, now let's get So we have the number. We'll announce the winner here in a little bit. But the number was generated randomly. It's a 4-digit number. And we know what it is. We just got to go through some verification steps to make sure that we get the right person. That is such a, it shoots so smooth. It's hard to explain it and to show you, but next time I shoot it, watch my hand just fall down into it. It's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, it's unfortunate. We really had a really solid plan today on how to do this, and the damn Facebook has messed us up. So that's a real bummer. At least in my book, I think it sucks. Facebook is always trying to mess with us here. But that happens. It's Facebook. So if you're one of the 7 people on, please try sharing it. Unfortunately, we can't get on Facebook for whatever reason. Apparently I can't even get my damn headphones to work today, so. There we go. Now they're coming on. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look good? Like, if you're a bait maker, like, that looks good. And we pull that baby right out, and there you have it. And we're just gonna set that up a minute. All right, so let's shoot that again. If you don't have a shooting star, this is compatible. This mold is compatible. I had some air in that one. This mold is compatible with all the other injectors that are out there right now. So you don't have to worry about that. We might have some air bubbles in that one because we had an air bubble in the injector. We got to find our a couple of our other molds here. So we can shoot a few others while we're doing this. So that's that. We'll announce who the winner is once we get towards the end of what we have here to shoot. Grab my other clip here. Look at that. Beautiful. We did get some bubbles in that one, so we're going to set that up here for now. We'll go through and fix them up here in a little bit. That was an injector issue, not a mold issue. We totally had some air in the injector on that one. Back in we go. Just see how my hand's just kind of sliding down. It's not catching on anything. Just shoots so smooth. That's super good. Right now our shooting temps are really low. We're shooting in the high 290s, between 295 and 300. I did shoot a couple earlier on at a higher temp that came out just as well, but we wanted to shoot some at a lower temp because it will help us save our plastic from scorching if we keep it low. Yeah, the lambs are way better at lower temps. Yeah, that's what we've been seeing, Jace. All the same messages you're getting. We tried messing around with that one. We'll see what happens. Alright, you can see there now that we got rid of that air out of there. I mean, the laminates just come out, I mean, they're near perfect, really. So super, super great. If you're out there and you got customers that are looking for a 5-inch finesse worm, I would say for certain I would pick up this mold. In fact, we may have to pick up another one. That. Okay, so let me check where we're at here. We are nearing the very end of what we have to shoot. So we will be letting you know who the winner, well, not who the winner is, but the number of the winner. And we just need to verify. I believe that's been accomplished at this point. And we will let you know. And then of course once we get Facebook up and running, we'll get an official post up for everyone to see, because unfortunately we couldn't do it with this particular post, so beautiful. And because we have the extra plates on the outside helping draw the heat out of that mold, we're able to shoot them a lot faster. So if we didn't have these big plates out here, the mold would be getting so hot we'd have to go a little slower. But we're able to dissipate that heat pretty well, so we're able to shoot pretty quickly. All right, let's see here. And I'll show you here in just a minute how much stuff we were able to shoot with that mold. I'm just trying to finish it off here. And we shot a few other things, so. Come on. We're not even going to count one of these strings that we had some air in due to the injector. We won't even count that one. We'll just call that a wasted shot. Now just imagine if you had 2 of these molds, how quickly you could crank through getting some work done. Now I don't have the I think we may have one more shot in there, so we'll see if we can squeeze one more in there. I'm going to turn it off though, because we're definitely near the end. Yep, that's all we got right there, so I don't think that's going to be enough. Nope, big old air bubble. So that's it. Let's so that's it. So thank you for joining us here. We will get the numbers for the winner right now. The number for today's winner was 7655. So 7655 was the winner. We used the Georgia Pick 4 midday draw to establish that. So let me just, it is 7655. So congratulations to whomever was closest to that. Other than that, I think we are really getting ready to wrap up today. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to throw those baits out and you can take a quick look at how many we ended up with. Oh, I got to find a plate. Oh. Good Lord. I got too many things, Alright, I'll use this one. So, this isn't what I was hoping for, but I'm going to move some stuff over real quick here so you can get a better look. I'll be right over behind the camera for just a second. Alright, hold on, we're getting close. I just got to move a few things around here. Alright, now we got a tray to put them on. I just got to wipe it down. Make sure we get the dust off it. Alright, so we're going to oil it again. And let me show you what we made just in that little bit of time. So if you're a bait maker and you're serious about getting some product made, That 20 cavity mold is certainly going to speed your life up a little bit. So, hold on, let me just spread them out and put my gloves on though. So you can see here in just that little bit of time what we accomplished. This is a full-size sheet pan. And so I don't have a number here, but it's a full-size sheet pan full. Oops. So if we was to spread those out and let them cure, I'll go through and spread them out again here in a minute, but that's a pretty good amount of bait for 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Not to mention I have more back here that I shot at the same time, which we'll throw in the mix here real quick so you can get a more accurate idea. So we're well over, I mean, we're in the hundreds of baits at this point. I would say that we're well over, probably over 200 is my guess. So in terms of volume, the mold will definitely put out some volume for you. So there you have it. In less than probably 35-40 minutes, we were able to make an entire sheet pan full of bait. So, thank you for tuning in. I really wish we would have been able to get this to work on Facebook today. But I know we'll be doing more of this type of thing. So, hopefully you guys will tune in. We'll get the next one. Anytime, Leonard. I appreciate the molds. I look forward to getting some more from you. And hopefully we will, we'll talk later. But yeah, so that was that. A lot of bait, a little bit of time, 20 cavity, 5-inch finesse worm, Baitjunkys, and that's Baitjunkys. So look them up, and